Uh, what it is and what it do. You got the boss here, right here. Ooh. And it's another one of them days you just got to give praise for, man. You ain't got to. You should just want to. I'd say it's probably about 87, 88 degrees. There's a light breeze. It's just wonderful. Ain't no reason not to be outside. If you're cooped up inside, you just probably one of them sacks of shit. You don't appreciate what you got. Then when you come outside, by the time you come outside, it could be some inclement weather. Then you want to blame the Lord. No, you ain't going to blame God on this one because it's a beautiful day out here. It is. On behalf of myself, my family, my loved ones, the good people, and the dirtbags, Lord, thank you. Thank you. Sure is nice. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Real quick, a little shout out to everybody who has been in the company of and with the people who are in the company of the newly graduated, the seniors that are now newly graduated. We had some in our family. Some of our extended family had some of theirs in their own closer circles. Newly graduated, aka recently unemployed. Okay, now, damn it, get out. Get out. Around here, you're going to work, go to school. First of the month, rent is due. We ain't going to count June. We ain't going to count June. That's a little too recent. And if you ain't got it up under your doggone hat that you need to be employed, well, it's okay. That's okay. But you better get it. You better get it. And you better get it fairly soon, too. You got to eat. You got to drink. You like to parlay. You like to partay. Well, then you better get out there and get yourself a job. A jobby job. A jobby job. Get you one. Yeah, if going to school is your forte, higher learning is what you decided to pursue, okay, well, that's your choice. Hopefully you took school serious enough to where you got one of them, when you got your diploma, you got your scholarship, so you can stay in school since you like it so tough. Get your ass back in there. Hopefully got you a 4-year pass to keep doing it. If not, well, you sure? maybe you just like school. Maybe you don't love it. Maybe you like going to school, but you don't take it serious enough. Because they got them 4-year degrees and 4-year scholarship. If you really want to go, you'd have the kind of grades to support that. And it ain't hard to read. A's and B's is what you should seize, not A, B's, and C's you shouldn't have. No. But anyway, that's beside the point. Good luck to you. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck it up. Anyway, so I'm coming off of a fun weekend. It was a bad weekend, but it was a fun weekend. Yeah, I took off a majority of the prior month to dry out, put the beers down, put the alcohol down, at least on the level in which we do it. Y'all don't know how we get out, so don't judge us. So yeah, I needed a break. So majority of May, I was just kind of staying away from it all. And boy, shit, old habits die hard. Boy, it started with one and then it was many. That's just the way it was. Woo-woo. And dancing on tabletop, swinging from the chandelier. That's me. Old Rick James. Y'all don't want to party with Rick James? But see, the thing about it is, well, when you look at it, that there's a different way. Can I talk to you for a minute? Let me talk to you for a minute. The way, I'll use a bit from a comedian named Louis C.K., but we'll use it in the reference of alcohol. He was talking about it in the reference of drugs. He says, I never, ever get high. Never, ever. So that when I do, it's more fun. You get more out of it when you do it after a long time off, or you never do it. So you just never, ever do drugs. So I have just decided I'm never, ever gonna drink. So that when I do, it's more fun. It's not just another debilitating vice that I have to juggle and fit into my schedule and try to maintain, and them rough mornings after. Nah, I just ain't gonna make it a habit of doing that regularly. Because, it's harder. The older you get, the harder it is to recover. And some people try to deny that, like, whoa, you just got to start drinking the next morning. Yeah, okay, like you ain't got a job. Okay? 24-hour drunk don't get you far in life. So, no, I just, it was back to life, back to sobriety. So, yeah. Now I'm fresh, clean, drying out. Started June 1st. So we're going to see how June start. You're supposed to give your fucking liver 3 weeks. Can you do that? Give your liver 3 weeks. Fuck. Drink some water. Stop inflaming your liver. Eat some food, some real food. Cut down on the cholesterol. Give yourself a chance, man. You want to be here for the fight? No? Okay, fine. Fight for your life then. Fight for your life. Give yourself a fucking chance. Sheesh. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I love you. I do. Not you, but I love you. I was just on the phone with one of my brethren. And we was just talking, And I was telling him, I was like, oh shit, let me go. It was some sirens in the background. He like, oh, them damn police. And you know how it is. Police get a bad rap, some of them. And some of them just shit. I told him I had some loads that had to go and get delivered. And they was in one of them, what we used to call sundown towns. Y'all remember them sundown towns? Them sundown towns, your black ass better be out of town by the time the sun go down. Or by the time the sun come up, they'll have no last no last sighting of your black ass whereabouts. That's a sundown town. So anyway, I was telling him about that. And he was saying, yeah, man, I hate that shit. And I was like, yeah, it is what it is. Some people let shit go. And those places get these, they get the pass. Ain't nobody gonna go out there and rectify what's going on out there in them sundown towns. You just gotta know where they are. And yeah, if you're gonna go out there, handle your business. Do what you're gonna do. And he was just like, man, yeah, but some of them, they pull you over and they give a bad name to the ones that's out there doing their job, and realize that what they are, this is why he's so smart. They are a public servant. These people work for the good of the public. You're here for us. And I agree with him 100%. And I'm like, well, bruh, you got to be aware of the evils and ills in this world, because if there's a man that walks up to your car in uniform and he's wanting to see both of your hands, but you can't see both of his because one has already popped the clip on his holster and he's making his gun more easier or easily accessible, you better know where you at. You better know where you at, and you better know what's going on. What's important in your life and how you gonna handle it. Because maybe you wouldn't have been one of them slaves that would buck back at oppression, buck back at the slave master, snap back when they talk shit to you. Maybe you ain't one of them people who will make it through the 40s, 50s, and 60s, because as soon as somebody's talk to you a certain way, hey, I guess this is how I'm gonna die. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Okay, well, yeah. When you ask me for my ID and you pointing your gun at me and I believe you're wrong, tell my kids how I live. Because I didn't do anything for you to treat me this way. Somebody did, but you're going to take it out on me. That's not fair and it's not right, and I ain't going to stand for it, and I ain't going to lay for it, but I'll die for it. Until you in the face of that type of oppression, that type of prejudice, that type of unfair, unjust behavior, how you know what you're going to do? How you know if it was life or death, would you choose death and respect than disrespect and the chance to go and see if you can complain to somebody about what happened to you. You don't know that. You don't know that. You know, people are getting paid because of police injustice, unjust treatment, unfair treatment. And there's equally just as many people who's trying to justify the unfair treatment, the unjust treatment on behalf of the policemen, police women, bad police men and women. No, everybody under the sun, you're a child of God. If you chose to be a policeman, then you chose to be a public service. You chose to be a public servant. The uniform don't give you the authority, it gives you the ability to protect and serve. Now you can try it. You can try to just make every black person wrong and bad, every white person good and fair, every white person bad and wrong, every black person good and fair. No, that's bias, it's unfair, and that's not the proper way to do your job. Not in that position. Everybody is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But that ain't the case. That is so not the case. I don't know what to tell you, that is so not the case. You know? And hey man, I'm just saying, that's the way it is, that's the way it goes. But I can't be wavered, I can't be moved. I serve a higher power. And I can't let nobody walk around like me, whether you look like me, same color as me or not, feel you above me. You can't be. That's not right. That ain't right. That ain't right. So you got to know you out doing what you're supposed to be doing whenever you're doing whatever the hell you're doing. So that when this police or police, depending on where you are, the police got him. The police are on their way. You know where you at. You're in a different place and state. You better know that when you start thinking, I better probably just be quiet, because this dude is waiting for a reason to put a hole in me. Or, yes sir, officer, you're absolutely right, here's my ID. No. Clear-cut mistake, mistaken identity, you have a good evening. And roll up out of there. You know? Some people do have a problem with saying things the way they need to be said in order to get the outcome that they really want. And some people just want the static. They just want beef. They want, you know, they want it to be something. They want it to be something. I ain't got to do shit. Maybe you don't. But what are you justifying that with? Just the fact that you don't want to be bothered? Or somebody, an officer of the law, is asking you to comply with them, not using the wrong words, ain't calling you out your name, ain't yelling at you. You just ain't gonna do it. I just ain't gonna damn do it. Really? Okay. Okay. Back the truck up for Leroy. We're gonna have a problem here. And maybe you do get some money at the end of it. Maybe you only lose a tooth. Maybe you just get it done up a little bit. I don't know. I've seen it happen both ways though. And when you don't think, can I talk to you for a minute? When you don't think you have the words or the way to present your case, you know, maybe you can hire somebody to do that for you, and you don't have to be instantly angry. Some people is angry at breakfast. I heard that, and I believe that. But not everybody. You know? I don't know if you ever read that book. It's called the Bible. And they were sending the message to everybody about how Moses, with them sandals, was supposed to go get them peepers. And his ass sitting up there telling the Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna talk to this Pharaoh dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a lisp, I got a lazy eye, I got a bad toe, I got the gout in my foot. And I'm telling you, this is the same Lord that made me in his image. So I'm pretty sure he was kind of like me and was, Moses, I just need you to go. I'm gonna give you the word. I'm gonna put the word in your mouth. It's gonna come out the way I want it to come out. So don't worry about that. Just go. But I got that lazy eye now. They're gonna think I'm looking off. They're gonna think I'm not paying them respect. You know what I'm saying? That limp I got, I ain't never did fix that. You could have fixed it, but you didn't. So I mean, I don't know about that, Lord. I don't know if I can do it. You know, I ain't showered in a long time, and I guess God was just like, oh, nigga, oh boy, Look at this nigga. Who you think made the gout? I gave you the gout. I know what the hell you got. I know how jacked up you is. We ain't made soap yet like that for people. Like, just go, everybody smell like that. Just go get the peoples, like I told you. And you know what, just go get Aaron. Go get Aaron, because I'm about to, I'm about to lock your ass up. You don't do what the hell I damn say. Don't be shamed when you stake claim in the game. Walk in there like you own the place and tell them what I told you to do. That's what I do in any situation, be it professional, be it the law, be it the judge, be it the jury. I'd rather be carried by 12, judged by 12, beat up by 12, stoned by 12, because I'm going to walk in the path that God got set for me. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. When you get to that level, you'll realize there really ain't no law, rule, or provision that really pertain to you if you don't believe God has put you there to adhere to it or to object to it. You just keep doing what you're doing. You do that, and guess what? You will always be innocent and never guilty. I'm going to holler at y'all. And you share this one. You share this one.